Hey everyone, so I had a request for the Press Method pregnancy test. I've already done it, so I'll just use the one that I already did, because I'm not wasting any more of my tests for this test. So you go out and you get a Walmart cheapie, or you can get the dollar store cassettes. Sorry, my throat's a little sore this morning. And what you do is you take it as normal. So, I'll pretend I'm putting my drops on it. And then you let it sit there, develop for about a minute, minute and a half, not the full 3 minutes because you don't want it to dry. And it has to be negative. It cannot be a positive test. That's no point to this test. Okay, so let's pretend a minute has gone by. So then you take the test apart, and I'm going to set my phone. Hopefully it won't fall. It might fall, so I'm just gonna. Okay. So you take the test apart. Okay. And my test is really wet because I put water in it. And I've doused it. So there would be an HCG. It says HCG on this side, and then that's the side that you put your pee on. You take the test out. You remove that strip. And that strip has, that's where the dye collects, because it goes that way. So it's going to have like a red tip to it. And you take it off and you put that red tip and hold it like right there for where the test line would be. And you hold it there for about 10 to 15 seconds. I do 20 just to make sure. And then you let it go. You can put the test back in its spot if you want to. I do, so I can see exactly where the test line would be. It's really wet. Okay, so I just kind of ruined that, but okay. So, once you've done that, you give it the same time frame that you would if you just peed on it. So about 2 to 3 minutes. And if a pink line shows up, it's supposed to mean you have HCG in your system. Now, some women have HCG lower than 5 MIU always. So it could pick up on that and you not be pregnant. But in my other group, the girl has gotten other people too to do experiments. She's gotten 2 men to do it and it showed no line. She's gotten a woman with a hysterectomy to do it and it showed no line. She's done it with water and it shows no line. There has been, because I've unfollowed the group, so I don't get notifications when somebody comments on the video she did. But the last time I looked, there was a girl who did this, and a few days, a week, maybe even 2 weeks later, she got her BFP. Now, I did it the next day after she presented this experiment to me to try. And I was 8 days past ovulation at that time, or 7. I think it was like 7 or 8 days. And literally, I did it, and where the test line was supposed to be, it repelled the pink dye. Like, it made a white line with pink around it. And then I did it again because I was curious, and it absorbed it. So I had an actual pink line there. And so I've done it a couple other times and I've still had a pink line. I've taken multiple pregnancy tests and they've been negative. So I don't know. The girl that came up with this, her whole reasoning behind it is if we can get enough women to do it, and if they do end up with a pink line doing this experiment, and then a few days, a week, 2 weeks, whatever, they get a positive pregnancy test and are in fact pregnant. I mean, I kind of agree. If this stuff really works, it could detect an early miscarriage. Like you could, if it detects early pregnancy, then it could help with, miscarriages because your progesterone is too low, because you'll be going to the doctor, or whatever. I don't know. That's just her theory, because she did it a week later. She got a BFP and then she unfortunately miscarried that pregnancy. So that's her whole thing. I will show you what my pregnancy test looks like after this method. Now I put water in it afterwards so any excess dye can just go and not mess up the test, but sometimes that doesn't work and some extra dye will just stick like in the middle between the two lines. So that's what's happened here. But you can see that. And it's not going to be really thick either. It's just going to be that one line. But you can see it. So, and that line is actually one of the darker ones I've done. I've only done like 2 or 3. And they're supposed to get darker, I guess, as you do it. But I'm not wasting any more tests. I mean, if I take a test like this and it ends up being negative, like this morning, I was not planning on just doing this test. And if it's negative, yeah, I'll do the experiment just to see. But if I ever get that positive, there wouldn't be a point to do this. But I am curious to see if later on I will get a BFP. I've just, from what I've experienced, and I'm going to do another video because this one's getting really long, with all my symptoms and stuff. So, anyway, that's how you do it. Hopefully, I explained it good. So, yeah, y'all have a good day.